So hey guys, hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Millie, and today one of the things I wanted to do was do a little Q&A. I should have asked you guys to ask me questions, but I know a lot of you do ask me questions, and I thought I could answer some of them today because there has come a lot of new followers here, subscribers, and welcome to the channel, guys. I really appreciate you. And yeah, so I thought I could make a quick Q&A of some of the things some of you, my new subscribers, don't know about me. Even some of you, my subscribers who have been here, maybe you don't know and you don't maybe just want to ask because you're being polite. Some people are not polite. Some people ask things like, I always feel like people think because you're online, people can just ask you anything or tell you to do anything. Because somebody was saying, oh, Millie, why don't you go to Uganda and then make a vlog? It's like people think you can, it's expensive to go to Uganda and you have to have a purpose to go to Uganda. And we have jobs, guys. Just because I'm sitting here and doing YouTube doesn't mean I just sit home. I have nothing to do. I have a job, so I cannot just leave my job, and go. Anyway, let me stop ranting and answer some of your questions. Some of you ask, where am I from? I am from Uganda. I was born and raised in Uganda, and I lived in Uganda until I was around 20 when I moved to Denmark with Claudia's daddy. We are divorced, but yeah, I met my ex-husband, Claudia's dad, in Uganda. So I come from Uganda. I come from a small, if you're from Uganda, I am from Hoima. Yes, I am the princess of Kabalega, if I want to say that. Yes, I come from Hoima and I used to live in Hoima. So next time I come to Uganda, I'll let you guys know. If you come from Hoima, I'll be so happy for us to hang out. Even if you live in Kampala and you're from Hoima, I always love meeting Banyoro. So yeah, I come from Uganda, guys. And if you're an American, I don't know where it is, it's in East Africa, and it's called the Pearl of Africa. All right. Yes. And how old am I? I turned 50 last year. Yes, I turned 50 last year. Need nothing to say more about that. I'm 50 years old. Do I color my hair? Some of you have asked, because yeah, I have had many people in real life and online asking me if I color my hair. No, I do not color my hair. I started going gray, I think around 20 years old. I started seeing some small gray hairs here and there. And yeah, I don't color my hair. My hair is natural gray. I used to color my hair until, I don't know, like I think I stopped coloring my hair right the time I met my husband, Jan, because I know there's a picture over there on the wall and I still have some henna in it. And around that time I stopped coloring my hair, and my hair has totally gone gray. It's almost all white. But I remember my dad used to have white hair, so that's where it comes from. I wonder if Claudia will ever be gray one time. That would be beautiful to see. Yes. How many kids do I have? I have 2 kids. My husband had 1 son, so we have 3 kids. And you're not gonna see these kids in my videos because not everybody wants to be online, guys. Not everybody wants to be online, and that brings me to another question. People always ask, Millie, how come we don't see your husband's family? How come this and that, guys? Not everybody wants to be online. We have to respect people, and I don't want to put people on my YouTube. It's my YouTube, and I do put some people on my YouTube, but I don't want to put everybody on my channel. People, especially people in Denmark, they like their privacy. So I'm not going to be sticking my camera in people's faces and everything, and it's not necessary. For what, It's the same thing like people asking me at our wedding, oh, Mila, you showed your wedding, but you never showed people. No, I respect people. And even not that, I would not put people on my videos, because why, So I do once in a while put my daughter. She doesn't mind being online. I put Lily, but some people don't like being online, and that's why I don't put people online. It's my channel, okay? So you speak Danish? Somebody asked me. Yes, I do speak Danish. Now. Why do I ever have to do that? I already did a video speaking Danish. Of course I speak Danish. I cannot be a nurse when I don't speak Danish. In Denmark we speak Danish. We don't work in the hospital if you don't speak Danish. It don't make sense. I speak Danish. Jeg hedder Millie. ya tela dansk, ya kama for Uganda, o ya habo i Denmark mango selvfølgelig tela ya dansk. Okay? What do I do for a living? I'm a nurse, guys. I am a nurse, and I've been a nurse since 1919. I've been a nurse since 2016, and right now I work rehabilitating people who have fallen and broken their hips and stuff like that, neurological patients, stuff like that. That's why I work. It's something I want to do for the rest of my life. I don't know, but I love being a nurse because there's always jobs, you know. There's always job, and you don't have to work full time, and you're more protected than if you are working like in private companies. Have I always been a nurse here in Denmark? No. I started administration, and I got my first job at a big pharma company. Yes, it's called Lundbeck. It's in the Copenhagen. That's where I had my first job, and I started working as a receptionist. But I was working on my way up because it was not easy getting a job like that, like a foreigner. So I was actually very, very lucky. But I wanted to go up the ladder, and I was thinking like that's gonna be taking me so long time because my Danish was not good. And I just decided I wanted to do something else. My boss was not, she was nice, but she wasn't making it easy for me to do my job, and I quit. And then that's why I became a nurse. And people always asking, Millie, how long does it take to learn the language? I cannot tell you because we are all different, you know. And I cannot tell you like when did I start speaking fluent Danish. It started slowly by slowly. Some people learn easily, and some people don't. So I cannot tell you exactly how long it takes. And people ask how much do nurses earn. Go ask Google, you know. It depends where you are. You're in private or you're in a public hospital. But we have there's a salary we get, and then from that they can say, oh, have you taken extra education? Do you work night? Do you work day? And stuff like that. So I cannot actually answer that. Do I have any grandchildren? If you're new here, yes, I have one grandbaby, Lily, and another one is on the way very, very soon. So yeah, we're expecting another grandbaby very, very soon, and we are so excited about that. And where do you buy your hair products? I think we're not going to call this a Q&A. Yeah, let's call it a Q&A, not to learn to get to know me. I buy my hair products in England. Yes, there is a shop called Kyo Beauty. That's where I buy my hair products, okay? And my favorite products for my face, my beauty products, Clarins. If you've been here for a long time, you know I love Clarins. I use Clarins. I won't change it. It's broken, and I'm not going to be changing it. Do I prefer the city life or the countryside life? Oh no, I'm in between, because sometimes when I am out here I start missing the city life, but I miss the city life mostly during winter time because I cannot go out for walks because it's very, very dark out here, and you know in the city you can just go and walk. I used to that when I was living in the city. 8 o'clock I would just go, no problem, but here in the winter time it's cold, it's dark. I don't like that. But also, you know, when I go in the city sometimes I feel like, oh, I just want to go home and have my peace. So I'm in between, guys. I don't know, like for me my dream life would be for us to have like a summer cabin out somewhere like with trees and everything, and maybe live in an apartment in the city. And I think Jan and I think we both agree that it's gonna probably end up being our life. Like we have an apartment in the city, and then we have a summer cabin. That will be the ideal life for me. Then I can have both ways. But for now, I love our home and everything. But I'm being honest, during winter time, I don't like it. I don't like being out here. Yes, and some people are always asking me, oh, Millie, talk about how you met Jan and everything. My husband, there's nothing to talk about. We met online and here we are. You know, there's nothing more to talk about, you know. It's very modern that many people these days, especially in Europe, you know, it's so hard to meet. Even it's so hard to meet people at work, especially when you're a foreigner. It's easier for the Danish people to meet at work because probably they have also known each other for a long time. But it's very, very difficult to meet people. Like it's hard to make friends when you're living in the Nordic countries. Imagine now finding a spouse. It's so difficult. So I met my husband online, and yeah, I would advise anybody who wants to meet somebody, go online. Meeting people in real life is hard. European people, they are not like that, especially Nordic men. They're not the ones who are going to approach you. So forget about it. Don't sit there and think like, oh, I'm so beautiful, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to wait. Like the way the men do in Uganda, you can just sit there and then they will be all over you. You will have proposals all over for you, all over the place for you. It's not going to happen here in Europe. If you want to find somebody, you have to do the work. You have to go online. Nobody's going to come and they'll drive. When I'm walking around, they're looking, they're beeping, they're staring. If I go out, those days when I was going out in clubs or going out in places, in cafes, or to have some cocktails, you see them staring. They will stare at you for hours and hours, but they will never come and approach you. So yes, I met my husband online. Okay, now I've answered that question. And how many languages do I speak? I speak English, I speak Danish, I speak like a little bit of Swahili, I speak my mother tongue language. Can I say that? Because in Uganda we have like 50 dialects. So the whole of West Uganda, we have our own languages, and I speak some of them, and of course I speak my own language. Yes, I would like to learn French, but I haven't learned that. Yeah, so I do speak a few different kind of languages, and yeah, I'm fluent in Danish. So, and do I have my parents? No, my mother died long time ago. I think she died when Claudia was around 4 years old. We were in Uganda when she passed away. So yeah, and my father had died like 10 years earlier. So I have not had my parents for a long time. And I would like to say like I'm an only child. Can I say that? I'm not an only child. My dad had other kids, but my mother and father, they only have me. And I wish they had two of us, Some people are lucky they have their step sisters that they're very close, but no, I am not. So I always feel like alone. Can I say that, guys? Are there any of you who feel the same way, like you are the alone kids? Even if, because having step sisters, sometimes you have step sisters you are close to, but I never grew up with my step sisters like that. They were all over the place, abroad and everything. So I never had a close relationship with them, and I haven't made an effort, neither have they, for us to have a relationship. And yeah, so I feel like alone. Can I say that? Yeah, I would definitely, if I was a mother or whatever, I would definitely make sure like my child had at least a sister. But it doesn't matter, like you can have a sister or brother and then it end up like you don't even have a good relationship. I am talking from experience. So yeah, I have step brothers and step sisters, but we don't have a relationship like that. But I have cousins and nephews and stuff like that back, especially from my mother's side. Those we are close, not as close, I wouldn't say close, but at least I have one or two of them I talk to a lot. So I don't have a big family, and neither does my husband. My husband actually was also a one child. He doesn't have a sister, brother, or anything. So the two of us, and both of us, we are not good at creating relationships. We are not good at that. Some people are good at that, honestly, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not good at making friends. It's not like I can't make friends, but I am not good at making the effort, and also I'm very careful with people who I make friends with. And for example, I had a person, a Danish friend. I tried to be friends with this person, and this person said something that so unacceptable about handicapped people. And I found that very early in our relationship, I just cut the person off, because I was like, that was unacceptable to say something like that about people who are handicapped. So I'm very, very picky when it comes to friends, but I'm also like, I love my own company. But of course, I'm also an introvert. But just because we're introvert doesn't mean we don't want those deep relationships. We want them, but we are very picky. So yeah. So you know something about me, guys. I'm not good at making friends, and I try, actually. I do try, but I must admit I'm very, very bad at it. I think my problem is because I love my company so much. I enjoy being alone. I'm not always bored. So I don't feel like the need to go and find somebody to be with, because I have things to do. I'm very creative, and so it's not good. I need to do better. Yeah, and some of my hobbies, if you're new here, I've just learned how to knit. I had started learning how to knit long time ago. Even I think I was still with my ex-husband. I bought a lot of yarn, a lot of knitting needles and everything, but I kind of gave it up. And recently my daughter had found some of my things, not recently, I think like a year and a half, 2 years ago. She had found my things, and then she started trying to knit, and then she started knitting, and she was good at it, And I was like, wow, I have always dreamed of being able to knit when I was in Denmark, because I liked wearing colors, but everything you found in Denmark that was knitted was gray, black, beige, And I was like, I want to knit the winter hat with color. I want to knit some beautiful knits for myself in color, but I had given up. And then my daughter started knitting, and she inspired me. That girl, she's almost an expert now, and she helps me so much. And I started knitting. I loved doing my YouTube channel. Yes, and another question people have asked me, do I edit my videos? Yes, guys, I edit all my videos by myself. I film everything by myself. Of course, when I'm around and about and I'm with my husband, sometimes I say, oh, can you film me when I'm walking there, or can you film me this and that? He helps me. But I've also learned how not to depend on another person to film me when I'm out and about doing vlogs, because it's not guaranteed you can always be with somebody. So I have learned how to film myself, and yes, I try to do it myself. And like one of the videos, the last videos I posted when we were in the summer cabin, I went to the beach and everything. I filmed that by myself, and I did not color a lot of gadgets or anything. I just had my phone and my small camera, and I found something like a wood, and I just put my phone there, and I did it. So I know some of you here are YouTubers or starting out, and yeah, I do edits by myself. I learned as I go, but I also think right now I'm not doing a big effort to get better. It seems like I've learned what I've learned, and what I focus now on is I want each video I make to be better than the last one. That's what I tell myself. Each video I make to be better than the last one. Another hobby of mine is gardening and plants. I love plants. I've cut out on plants because first of all, they take too much work, and second of all, I think it's an expensive hobby to have, because sometimes I end up the plants. So I've cut out on plants because of too much work, because I have other hobbies, like I want to knit, and I don't want to use the whole day on taking care of plants. So, but I love plants, and when we moved here, we had so many plants. People used to say like our house looked like a jungle. So that's my hobby, and gardening too. But I also feel like I'm also there where I like want to have the garden done, and then I can just enjoy it, because our home is new, and our garden is new. And that comes to another question, how long we have been staying in our home. We have been staying here, I think 3 years. And did we buy the house finished? No, we built the house from scratch. We got a ground, and then we built the house, and all the ideas, the way the house looks, were ours. We just had somebody to help us in architecture to draw the house, but it was all our idea. Yes. What hobbies else do I have? I have so many hobbies, guys. I like scrapbooking. I like working out. I don't know if that's a hobby. That's not a hobby. Yes, I like scrapbooking. I like photography, videography. Yes, I do love that. I even have a very, very expensive camera which I'm not using. I'll probably sell it and then just get a better camera for video, because I am not going to be taking photographs like I thought. I actually wanted to go back in photography and then do like a side job with it, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that. So that's some of my hobbies. If I could, I would like to learn how to knit, but sometimes it's not good to have so many hobbies. Yeah, I like reading. I like reading books, but again, it's the time, because I have so many hobbies. It makes it hard, to be able to do all those hobbies. Am I a morning person, night person? I'm a very, very morning person, guys. I'm a morning person, so I get up early. Sometimes I don't even need my watch to wake me, my alarm to wake me up. In my head, it knows 5:30. I wake up. I just wake up. It's a good thing to be able to do that. Another thing I like to do is I like to travel, and luckily I met somebody who loves the same thing. So we do like to travel. But when I say traveling, it's not like you know, we don't have to go abroad. Sometimes it's just like visiting the Danish towns, you know, and because when you live in Europe, it makes it even traveling easier to other countries. If I want to go to Sweden or Norway, France, all that, we can actually just drive. So it makes it actually very easy. And that's the thing I love about living here in Europe compared, for example, to USA, because we can reach many European countries by car. So you don't even have to fly if you don't want to fly. So I love that. And we just came back from Hamburg in Germany, and if we had wanted to go further up in Germany, we would have done that, but we just wanted to be in Hamburg. So that's another thing I love doing. Another question I get a lot, how long have I been natural? I think I've been natural since 2010. Yeah, I think 2010 I cut off all my hair, and because I had henna in my hair, I lost a lot of hair because I had to let all the henna, all the hair that had henna in it, to grow out and let it break off. So yeah, I could have had double the length of my hair if I had not colored my hair with henna. So I've been natural, and I can't remember the last time I've ever straightened my hair. It's long time ago. I don't straighten my hair. I wear my hair mostly in wraps, because I put in braids and put it in wraps, and I keep it that one. I just take it out once in a while. So yes, I've been natural, I think 2010. 16 years? Yeah, it must be 16 years, I guess. Yeah, something like that, guys. I'm gonna go back and look. My menopause is killing me. Another question, am I on HRT? Yes, I'm on HRT. I started, I think, last year, and it's been helping me so much. So I've been doing that, and yeah, it's been helping me. So guys, I think these are some of the questions. I have probably not answered all of your questions. Yeah, if you have any more questions, if you have more questions you want to ask me in the comments, and I'll put all those questions together and see if I can answer them back for you. But until for now, those are the questions I wanted to answer. Okay, bye.